have been called to this gathering of belongings because we've all experienced that time and place where we didn't feel like we belong. Well, a lot of us still don't sometimes. And this is a gathering where we work on that medicine, that magic, that spell casting. And when we get there on Sunday, we'll be casting a circle. We'll be calling in helpers, our ancestors, our spirit guides, our animal totems, all the different divine elements of the spirit world, starting from the east, and then the south, and then the west, and the north, and above, and below, and center. And when we cast that circle of belonging, we are called and you are invited to keep that circle as strong and as working, as functional as possible. Now, that is the reason that we have called this shared agreement, this interactive agreement, that we refrain from use of substances and alcohol. Now, we know that the nominous policy is no drugs on you or in you or in your car, all the hard powders and so forth. But what we're asking, a strong ask, is if you have anything else, especially alcohol, alcohol can really derail a lot of sacred things like consent or sexuality. It can derail and bring a lot of messy energy into a sacred circle in that whole intention of belonging, of feeling that we have a safe place can be derailed. And that's why the big ask this year to change, to evolve in our culture of leaving that stuff behind. Now, we know that culture and change doesn't happen on a dime. So this year, one of the hard guidelines is if you're going to do that, don't give it to someone else as far as alcohol. And it's limited to the parking lot, your campsite in the parking lot. That's it. Nowhere else. And that's just to do what we can. And by all means, you're invited to just not have any on the land the whole time. That's the way forward for us to have a really good gathering. There's just a lot of things that can just get in the way. We use these as crutches. We use these as ways to not connect and to self-soothe. And instead of facing the medicine and the delight it takes to really fully connect, to be really present with our energies of the gathering. So there you go, dear ones. That's the big invite. That is what we're asking. That is your invitation to step up to the power and magic of belonging in this gathering. So kisses and blisses, dear ones.